And when I think of the goodness of Jesus, and all He has done for me, my very soul cries out, hallelujah, praise God for saving me. 'Cause when I think of your goodness, come on, it's your mouth of goodness and mercy, come on. And all He has done for me, my very soul cries out, hallelujah, praise God for saving. Can you think about what you're singing? Say, when I think of the goodness of Jesus, and all He has done for the church, my very soul, my heart, my mouth shall cry out, hallelujah. I say, praise God for saving me. My very soul, my very soul cries out, hallelujah. Lift your voice and say, praise God for saving me. My very soul cries out, praise God for saving me. Say, my very soul cries out, hallelujah. I say, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for saving my very soul. Cries out, hallelujah. Praise God.
The love of God is the foundation of your loving another person. So if you will learn God's love, it will be easy to express love to someone. 1 John chapter number 4 verse number 7. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone that loveth is born of God and knoweth God. So that means to the extent to which you know God is to the extent to which you will manifest God, and is a proof of being born of God. He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love. Next verse 9. In this was manifested the love of God towards us, because that God sent his only begotten Son into the world, that we might live through him. So in other words, love is sacrificial. The one who does not enjoy to sacrifice cannot love. He will be wicked in that institution called marriage. Now you see why the world does not know love. Because what you get in the world is that they say, if you love me, you should do this. I thought you loved me, why did you not do this? Or why did you do this? That's the perspective of the word. But of church, which is the perfect perspective, right? He doesn't say because we love, we demand. He says because we love, we sacrifice and give. So that's the foundation. We must learn love from God, that we will be able to express and manifest love correctly. Marrying wrongly can mess up your life. You don't make decision of marriage out of desperation. It has been proven that when a man is desperate, he is no longer critical. So anything will just sound right, or something that looks okay will just sound excellent before him. Marriage is not a competition, because if you have to get in, you have to get in right. Let nobody force you into marriage, right? Marriage is not a decision you make for others. Marriage is a decision you make for yourself. While making that decision, you must check how much the individual has to offer. Okay, I'm not talking about finances, because in computer science there's something we call GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. Someone cannot give what they don't have. And I know a lot of time people like to use terms like, okay, I will build them up, I will train them, I will teach them what to do. Oh, I tell you the truth, God find out from all those who have gotten married, it's less than the 5% that works like that in marriage. I'm telling you the truth. So what you have is what you give. So people will not give what they don't have, no matter how much you force them. So go for what people already have, as against trying to put it in them after marriage, because sometimes you'll be hurting them. Look at the scripture in Matthew chapter number 7. It says, cast not your pears upon swine. It says, lest to trample on it and come back and do what? And hurt you. Okay, that's how it works. So why you're trying to put all those great stuff before your spouse that you think will help them, if they lack capacity for it, you'll be amazed how they will not value it, and they will even come back and hurt you with those words, hurt you with those statements that you're trying to use to build their life. Now it will become a mess. You start thinking, who sent me? Why did I jump in there? At that point, you forget all the attraction that led you in. You forget all the sweet things and even sex that you wanted to have that was driving you in. Then you will now realize that sex is